Hey everyone, how's it going? Elliot here again. Today we are going to be taking apart the Nintendo Switch Lite. I have not watched any videos on YouTube on how to do this because I don't think that there is any videos out there yet. So I'm very nervous. I've literally just picked this up from the shop. It was £200. I also picked up Link's Awakening. If you haven't seen my unboxing of those two, check them out in the corner of the screen right now. So there's a couple of things that I am really going to be looking out for in this. Build quality, it already feels a lot higher quality than the original Switch, mainly because there isn't detachable parts, which seems like, you know, there's way more to be going wrong. Obviously, in the original Switch, we've seen loose latches, we've had Joy-Con drift, some of the actual software's had quite a lot of glitches, so it is going to be interesting to see what this is actually going to be like inside. So yeah, let's just crack on. I don't actually know what to expect. I am very nervous, as I said, so let's go ahead and do it. So it is tri-ring screws around the back of it. So I'll go ahead and take my trusty screwdriver. Are you nervous? I'm nervous. I'm never usually nervous, but I've never ever bought a console fresh from the shop and then taken it apart before actually getting a bit of time to play it. So yeah, 4 tri-ring screws around the outside, and then there's 2 Phillips on the top and 2 Phillips on the bottom, which is exactly the same as the original Nintendo Switch, the layout of the screws and everything. So we'll go ahead and remove those. I opted for the blue one. Let me know in the comments which one you're going to be getting or which one you would like. I think the blue one really looks the nicest. I sort of did like the idea of the grey one, but I thought for a video the blue one's going to just pop way more. But I'm actually a really big fan of sort of pastel colours, which is why my Nintendo Switch is in this sort of mint green shell. So yeah, okay, so we've gotten all the screws off the back. I'm wondering now if there's any behind the micro SD card port. No. Any in the game slot? No. So we should be okay to just take it apart now. I'm very, very nervous. There we go. So it is just going to be a case of popping the side off like that. The speaker has just slightly moved there. So this is obviously going to void your warranty, by the way, so don't be doing this if you're not prepared for that warranty to be void. There we go. The back is off, just like that. And wow, it actually doesn't look too dissimilar from the original Nintendo Switch. So here is the back piece. It's good to know that that's very easy to replace. You know, before you might sell your Nintendo Switch, you might want to put the brand new back piece on. They'll definitely be available to buy very soon, I'm sure. This obviously houses the little mechanisms for the card covers. And also we've got the membranes for the power and volume up there as well. So taking it apart a little bit further, we're going to remove this shield on the back, which is just to keep the whole thing sort of cool. So once you have removed all of these screws off of the shield, it will just pop up like this. I think it's sort of catched on to the side, and there we go, we are inside. That is the back bit off. There's a little bit of thermal paste here as well, just over the top of the CPU. And I'm going to be completely honest, it does look very similar to the original Switch. So this is our heat pipe, which is the exact same pretty much as the original Nintendo Switch. It's just been redesigned. You can see we have pretty easy access to the buttons. Now, these buttons have changed in technology. You can actually see a small rubber membrane just underneath the button. Before that, we had sort of micro switches, and they did fail. I recently did a video replacing that switch because it was not functioning as it should have done. So it's interesting to see that they have replaced that technology. Everything on the Switch and most new devices, to be honest, is very modular, so everything hopefully will be repairable and removable on here. 3,570 milliamp hour battery. It's a nice little small confined unit here. So the speaker here is just going to be moving the sound down through this little sort of vent hole, but it is interesting to know that the speaker is not immediately at the bottom here. It's going to have to be, the sound is sort of going to be redirected. So there we go then. That is the inside of the Nintendo Switch Lite. I will definitely be doing a further teardown of this thing a little bit further down the line when I can hopefully get my hands on a faulty one. I'll be doing a full repair and refurbishment on one of these things as and when I can get a faulty one on the table. So for now, this is the inside of the Nintendo Switch Lite. It's definitely better than I expected. They've clearly put a lot of engineering into getting this into a more confined space. This is still a very, very high-end device. There is no way going around it. It may not be up to spec with some of the other consoles, but it's still far more advanced than some of the other things we've seen in a similar form factor. Just by comparison, here's the original Game Boy. And yeah, you can see how far we have come. And the motherboard from the original Game Boy is just a little bit more simple, I think it's fair to say. I would really, really like to get a clear Nintendo Switch back. I know you wouldn't have the shield, which means that the heat wouldn't be dissipated as nicely, but imagine how nice that would look with a clear back. Just the heat pipe and all the different ribbon cables and all the circuitry. Lovely. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. Check out some of my Nintendo Switch videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.